morning. So this is what I got. So I have this tube on the front side of the suction line, and it's attached with some pretty good T-bolt clamps right there. And then what I did for testing purposes and with the approval of my dealer is I temporarily bypassed the filter housing with some more tubing, and that's just so I can eliminate the filter housing as a cause of the problem that I'm having with getting air in the line. So everything else is connected up. You can see the end of the suction tube right there. It's coming in here, and we fire it up and see what it does. Guess I could have had my keys out. Okay, so nothing's blown apart yet, so that's a good thing. So there's nothing in there in the line that I can tell, no bubbles or anything like that, and I believe that's the way it's supposed to be. So let's actuate the loader a little bit. And I'm starting to see a few bubbles here and there. Yeah, they're coming on pretty strong now. Go here to the back, see if I can see anything. Alright, so there's definitely foam coming back into the reservoir still. And what I think is happening is as the reservoir gets filled with bubbles now, at least current theory, I don't know what else to think, is that as the reservoir gets filled up and it circulates the fluid through there, that's when I'm starting to see the bubbles. Because they don't start immediately whenever I start the tractor. Let's go back. Alright, so there are bubbles going through there. I can tell the consistency or the color of the fluid has changed just a little bit. Yeah, I'm wondering if that noise I'm hearing has anything to do with the bubbles getting into there. I don't know what that noise is. If anybody, well, hold on. Turn this thing off. So, I don't know if you can get to see that on camera, but there are a number of small bubbles, and they've formed into a larger bubble. As I guess it's coming out the fluid, and so over here, see on this left side, it's got a big bubble forming. I think that's just a combination of those other small bubbles that were embedded or infused in the fluid, and now they're floating up to the top and making that big bubble. Tell the same thing here at the top of this. I don't know if you can tell, really. It's got a pretty oblong looking bubble right there. But anyway, I don't think in this case the filter housing is contributing to the small bubbles that I'm getting in my fluid. I think it's something else. So we'll call this a successful experiment, if you want to call it that, and look someplace else. Maybe the pump itself. I don't know. Anyway, on to more troubleshooting. Oh, on that noise on the back that I was getting in the reservoir, I'd appreciate it if anybody could comment and let me know if they're getting that same noise in their reservoir, and if it looks similar with like the bubbles and whatnot in there. Now the fluid is a little bit low, or lower, than I've taken in the past, but that's because I've drained it, filled it back up a couple of times. I'd really like to know where that fluid's coming in from, what's making that noise. Alright, thanks.